Hello and welcome to Bahrain This Month, and today we have a very special interview. To celebrate the National Day of the Philippines on June the 12th, I am joined by His Excellency Gallaga, the Ambassador of the Philippines to Bahrain. Excellency, thank you for joining us today. Firstly, I'd like to welcome you to Bahrain, and also thank you for taking part in this interview. We really hope the Filipino community enjoy hearing what you have to say today.
Thank you, Christian, and it's also a pleasure to be here and to be interviewed by Bahrain This Month. Since I've arrived, I've been familiar with the publication, and it gives me a very good insight into other aspects as well of Bahraini society, and pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Excellency, in your first 7 months here in the Kingdom of Bahrain as ambassador, what has inspired or surprised you or moved you the most in your experience?
Since my posting here is both my first time in Bahrain and in the Greater Middle East region, as well as my first ambassadorial posting. Since I arrived here, I've been very impressed with the warmth, the hospitality, and the welcoming nature of the people. I find Bahraini society is very open, inclusive, and quite progressive. So that's quite a surprise. And I look forward to learning more about the country, its culture, its people, and also despite the current geopolitical challenges, I'd like to also express my appreciation and commend the wise leadership of His Majesty the King and that of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister for their handling the situation and the challenges in a very calm and assured manner. And we are grateful for that, our community, because this sort of leadership has gone to the benefit of not only the citizens of Bahrain, but everyone that is residing here, regardless of nationality.
Thank you. And during your short time here, have you managed to pick up any Bahraini words or any parts of the local culture that really stay with you?
Yes, inshallah, shukran, afwan, and then of course makbush, hamur. So slowly we'll probably get to learn the others.
You've got plenty of time here, so I'm sure.
Yes.
Next time we sit down, I want you to be fluent.
Okay.
And I'll work on my Tagalog as well.
Okay.
Okay. So Philippine and Bahrain relations have been long built on friendship, trust, and very strong people-to-people ties, as you know. How would you describe the relationship today as it stands, and where do you see the greatest opportunity to take it to the next level?
Right now, we have very strong and dynamic relations, and it's built on mutual trust, respect, and understanding, especially between our peoples. I get this feedback from my community and also from the counterparts that I speak with. They speak highly of the community, but when we look at the relationship, it's not just count on it from when we don't kind of reckon it from when diplomatic relations were first established, because I believe the foundations, the strong foundations for this was built on people-to-people ties that goes way beyond the time that diplomatic relations were established in 1978. And then I see economic bilateral relations, especially in the form of increased two-way trade and investment, as the means to take this relationship to the next level. I believe that when Filipino excellence in services, tourism, say green technology, merges or works with Bahraini vision and capital, I think this would be of mutual significant gains for both peoples under this type of partnership.
Perfect, thank you. So one thing I've really noticed is the embassy has been particularly recognized in the country for its care, responsibility for the community here in Bahrain, especially in the recent geopolitical challenges that you spoke about before. How do you balance diplomacy at the highest level, which is obviously the core of your mission here, and also showing your care, consideration, responsibility for the Filipino community in Bahrain?
So, as you can see, Christian, Philippine foreign policy rests primarily on three pillars: preservation of national security, promotion of economic security, and the protection of the rights and welfare of overseas Filipinos. And so, in terms of high-level diplomacy and looking out for the community, for Filipinos and families, they go hand in hand. When you look at those three pillars, they complement each other. It is essentially baked in what we do daily and in our organizational culture. More than that, with regard to being responsive to our community in times of crisis, it's not only unique to the embassy itself, it is essentially institutionalized in the whole Philippine Foreign Service.
Thank you very much for that insight. Thank you. Excellency, obviously there's a huge Filipino community in Bahrain,
Yes.
but also there's a lot of interest from both local Bahrainis and other expats from other countries, like myself, for example, who meet lots of Filipinos here, and we want to perhaps travel to the Philippines. What recommendations do you have for places to visit, or you know, what essential locations would you recommend?
Yes, my fellow
Let's say
Filipinos.
top three.
Yes, my Filipinos are watching. It also puts me in a difficult situation. Might say I have favoritism, but yes, in the Philippines, there are many things to see. Of course, if you want big city nightlife and food and all that, the Michelin guide just recently got published. So Metro Manila, where of course you land. Especially if you take Gulf Air, they have direct flights daily. It's worth exploring. We have good museums there as well, and there's Intramuros, the walled city from the Spanish colonial period. But then, of course, we're known for our beaches, and I am particularly, love being in the water and beaches. So, with that, I would recommend the island of Palawan. There's also Bohol in the Visayas. That's all because it's more compact. Bohol has some really old Spanish churches. It's got a river. It has the Chocolate Hills, which is something different. It's a limestone hills, but they call it Chocolate Hills.
Oh, okay.
You can look it up. And then they have great beaches. And one thing also I recommend the Philippines to go to for scuba diving.
Yeah.
We have great dive sites. So. Yes, I think I'll go with that. But just for the others to say that there's a lot in the Philippines to see and experience.
Excellency, it's been a superb interview. Thank you so much for your insight. Really looking forward to seeing it on our social media channels and in print. Salamat po.
Walang anuman. And also thank you, Christian, for this opportunity and for a chance to share things about the Philippines and to get my message out there. It's much appreciated.